Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to your online English class. This is your teacher Ms. Pire Javed Chandio. We will continue with our Unit 3 School Rules. Today in this video lesson you will learn how to write an opinion essay. This lesson is all about writing. You are listening to lesson 4 of Unit 3. Before moving on, let's look at the roadmap of this part of the lesson. We will have a short recap of our last lesson. We will come to know about the learning outcome for this lesson. We will see what are the activities for this lesson. We will learn how to write an opinion essay. You'll also get your post-lesson tasks, and in the end you'll get to know what our next lesson will be about. In the previous lesson we learned about quantifiers. When we don't know an exact number of something, we use a quantifier. For example, many students, several boats, a few computers. If you remember, we use quantifiers for countable and uncountable nouns. We use different quantifiers for countable nouns and different quantifiers for uncountable nouns. But again, there are some quantifiers that can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. We also learn about when and how to use present perfect tense in constructing sentences. The events that take place in the past but are still important in the present is when we use present perfect tense. We form the present perfect tense with the use of has or have plus a past participle. The learning outcome for this lesson is, by the end of this lesson you will be able to brainstorm, plan and write about why school is important. The activities for this part of the lesson are present in your student's book. Opinion essay. An opinion essay is a formal piece of writing which requires your opinion on a topic. Your opinion should be stated clearly. Throughout the essay you will give various arguments or reasons or viewpoints on the topic, and these will be supported by evidence or examples. Your opinion essay should have an introduction, main body and a conclusion. Let's see the structure of opinion essay. Your essay should have an introduction. In introduction, you'll introduce your essay by restating the question in your own words. In the introductory paragraph, you need to present your subject and state your opinion clearly. If the essay asks you to what extent do you agree, make your opinion clear throughout. You can either agree, partially agree or disagree with the statement, explaining and justifying your opinion further in the essay. Second, your opinion essay should have a body. Now this body can be 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs. In the body of your essay, you need to support your opinion or statement. You will write several paragraphs. As I said, the body contains 1 paragraph or 2 paragraphs or sometimes more than 2 paragraphs. Each paragraph should represent a separate point of view supported by reasons and examples. In the end, your essay should have a conclusion. To conclude your opinion essay, write a paragraph where you restate your opinion using different words this time. You should avoid introducing a new topic in the conclusion. The writing tip says, when you are writing your opinion about something, it is important to develop clear arguments to explain why you feel the way you do. Think of good reasons and examples to support your opinion. For suppose if you are going to give any opinion on any topic, so you need to first develop clear arguments on that. Why are you agreeing on that topic? Why are you disagreeing on the topic? Why are you giving this opinion? So you must have clear arguments to explain your opinion or the way you feel. Alright. So you need to think of good reasons and examples to support your opinion. Let's look at the example. In this example it says, some people say that you don't need to go to school to get a good education. That's not the way I see it. In my opinion, school is important. We learn how to read and write and we find out interesting things about the world. For instance, we learn about unusual schools in different countries. Samira, 13. Now, Samira, who is 13 years old, she has given her own opinion about schools, whether the school is important or not. In her opinion, school is important. Now, let's see how she has constructed her paragraph. The very first line says, some people say that you don't need to go to school to get good educations. So she has started her paragraph by introducing the subject line, that some people say that you don't need to go to school to get education, and then she gives her opinion. She says, that's not the way I see it. In my opinion, school is important. So now she has given her opinion that according to her, school is important. That's not the way she sees it. Okay. Furthermore, she has given her reasons. Now she has agreed on it that school is important. She has given her opinion. Now to support her opinion, she has given reason for that. The reason is, we learn how to read and write and we find out interesting things about the world. So this is her reason why going to school is important, why getting education from school is important. So you learn a lot of new things, you learn to read, you learn to write, and you find out a lot of new and interesting things about the world. That's how she thinks. And she has also given, in the end, she has also given an example. That's, for instance, we learn about unusual schools in different countries, right? So if we have learned about unusual schools in our course book. For suppose if we didn't have our course books and we were not going to any school, so we would have never found out about unusual schools, right? So this is Samira's opinion. This is how she has constructed her paragraph. This is only one paragraph of the whole essay, right? So she has given her subject line, and then she has given her opinion over here, and then she has given her reasons over here why school is important, why going to school is important, and then in the end she has also given example that why going to school is important, right? In the same way, there is another example over here. This example says, some people think that school is not important. I absolutely agree with that idea. As far as I am concerned, you can learn a lot more by being out in the real world than you can by sitting in a classroom and reading a book about it. For example, look at David Karp, who set up Tumblr in his mother's back bedroom. He left school at 15 and sold Tumblr for $1.1 billion in 2013, says Lisa, who is 14 years old. Now, according to Lisa, school is not important. And she has also given a good example to support her opinion. Here Lisa has given a good reason why she agrees that school is not important. She says, as far as I am concerned, this is her reason, that you can learn a lot more by seeing out in the real world that you can by sitting in a classroom. So she says that you can learn a lot in the real world and not by just sitting in the classroom and reading a book. And then to support her reason, she has given a good example also, a real life example, right? So this is how you have to construct your paragraphs, body paragraphs. First you have to give an introduction, and then you have to give body paragraphs, and then in the end you have to give conclusion.